You may find that you really like them in person and choose to show up because you make connections there. Your sponsor can help you with figuring out.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Matthew Mansour on behalf of Miss Jordan Francis. Jordan, can you please unmute and state your name?
Yes, hi, this is Jordan Francis.
Thank you. We're here for sentencing today. You had a chance to review the report with your client, and I'll tell you, Mr. Mansour, I'm very concerned about the allegations and the facts around this particular case, as well as her responses to the assessor and the concerns we have about whether she's being honest about the severity of her addictions. So
I understand, Your Honor, and I hope I can alleviate some of those concerns. Whenever you're ready, I can advocate on her behalf, speak for her, and hopefully we can fix this situation.
I am ready.
All right, Your Honor. I read the assessment from Matt Statman, and I tend to disagree a little bit with the sentencing here. And the reason is she's very, if you read the assessment, she is very open and honest about her past. She's not ashamed of her past.
She said she had not used any stimulants and she just had cocaine.
Your Honor, that's correct. And she's not, okay, the dates are off, that's fine. But she is more than open about her history with cocaine, substances in the past, her trauma. She's been through a lot. So you're right, the dates are wrong. Okay, that's fine. But the main thing is she knows she has an issue. That's for sure. And she said it to the assessor many times. Your Honor, the allegations here, or what happened that day, it was alarming. It's dangerous. Somebody could have got severely hurt. We understand that. But Your Honor, she's been through a lot regarding mental health. I truly believe that this situation here was a mental health episode or crisis or attack. She's had a traumatic brain injury when she was a child. She's lost both of her parents. She's had substance abuse issues her whole life. I'm telling you, she's not ashamed of saying she has a problem. And she's been working on her problem. She sees a doctor. She sees a therapist. She sees a psychiatrist. She goes to Higuera. She's at an intensive outpatient treatment program in Western, or I believe it's Westland.
Western Wayne.
Western Wayne. Thank you, Jordan. And Your Honor, if you want to cut in and ask me a question here or there, I can try to answer. But
we're not on the same page, Mr. Mansour. I mean, I understand she's putting in the work, but she's putting in the work for which she believes the problem is. She's not there yet, in my opinion. Because when I read this general statement from the assessor at the very beginning, she's just not being honest about where she was even on the day of the incident. And your assessment of it is not accurate either. She may have been having a mental health break at that point, but in addition to that, she was high on cocaine, 10 nanograms.
Your Honor, I was not.
Jordan, hold on.
Wasn't high on cocaine. I've done it 2 days before.
Do not interrupt me. Did you hear me say that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You interrupt me again and I will find you in contempt of court.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Your Honor.
I apologized.
See, that's the problem. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because her idea of where she was on the day of that incident is so off base from what was found in her system. She's in denial. So much so that she chose to interrupt me as I'm speaking. It's 10 nanograms of cocaine that came back as a test result. She had buprenorphine, and THC, all of that at the same time, plus a mental health break going on at the same time. This is a problem case. And she's exhibiting why it's a problem right now.
You're right, Your Honor. You are 100% right. But, that's what we're here for. This is the solution. We got to come up with a solution. And I believe we can get her help. We can address the underlying issue and work on it. And this court knows better than anybody. It starts here. This is the starting point, and we just chip away at it. Whatever we need to do to get her fully recovered is what we got to do. You're right. But it takes time, and it is serious. It's not good. She still, has. She still goes through it every day. It's tough. It's when you're powerless and you don't have much control, and every day it's on your mind, and you're trying so hard to, stay good, stay committed. She has 2 kids. She has court today to try to get her kids back. She's got her mental health issues. She has the addiction problems that she's dealing with. Again and again, there is an issue here, but it's salvageable.
She gets her impulse control issues under control before she goes before the other judge today, because if she does that, she's going to have a problem in front of another judge today.
She won't, Your Honor. She won't do it again. She understands. She'll have her opportunity to speak, like we talked about at the end. She's just apologetic outburst.
Mr. Burnett?
So I agree with all of your concerns, Your Honor. I think you've been doing this, enough to know what the issues are and what the problems are. And Mr. Mansour talks about a solution, but the solution doesn't come until there's some kind of awareness on her part, and it just the denial here is so obvious that I have the same concerns. She's going to have to be the solution. I mean, we can help her, we provide services, we can do what we can, but unless she's willing to acknowledge the issues, there is no solution. So I'll leave the conditions and sanctions up to Your Honor. I think probation has come up with some reasonable recommendations. I don't have a problem with those.
Thank you. Ms. Jordan Francis, you obviously know I have concerns, and the fact that you've been through this much treatment and you're still denying the space that you were on the day of this offense is
I was in a horrible space, Your Honor, that day. I was having a nervous breakdown, but I was just explaining to you, I didn't do coke 2 days before that. I wasn't high that night on the cocaine. I'm not in denial, but I was just letting you know I was not high on the cocaine. I had a verbal argument with 2 people at the gas station because I just lost my kids. I was under a nervous breakdown, Your Honor, and I'm the first person to admit, yes, I've had addiction problems all my life. But these past 10 years, this is the first time I've been in trouble. In 10 years. I'm really trying to get my life together. That's why I'm doing this inpatient, outpatient, intensive therapy. And I do admit when I do wrong. And I know I'm not perfect. But I am trying to get my life together as best as I can. I own a house. I own 2 vehicles. I pay my bills. I mean, I admit I have deep-rooted issues, Your Honor. I had a gear shifter go through my head in 92. I'm partially blind, so I have a significant head injury. And if I blurt out things like that, I really don't mean to. I'm just trying to have you understand where I come from. Both of my parents were addicts. My grandparents were heroin addicts. I've never touched heroin in my life, but unfortunately, I fell into the crack. And I've done so much better in this past 15 years since I've had kids. I filed bankruptcy. I got my driver's license back. I've just been through so much. I'm even trying to get a part-time job. I'm even helping down at Sumter Police Station with their, they have a little pantry down there that I go and help the old women. I am really trying to change my life around. My kids are everything to me, and the drugs are not. But I'm willing to take any recommendations you have for me. And I do apologize for interrupting.
Ma'am, so I'm going to go back to the first thing you said to me, which was that you hadn't done any drugs that day.
Yeah,
My
it was the
understanding,
night before.
Jordan, please just let her finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, Your Honor.
Ms. Johnson, am I correct? Is it the benolectinine that is the byproduct of the cocaine?
No, I
Right, Your Honor, that is correct.
Now, didn't I just ask you to stop talking?
Mm-hmm.
So, benolectinine, which is under 1,000 nanograms, is the byproduct. That's when the cocaine breaks down. And the cocaine, based on my training, only takes about 24 hours to break down. Is that correct?
About 24 to 40 hours, Your Honor.
So the 10 nanograms of the cocaine itself, that is what is showing as actual cocaine that has been used. So it could be up to 2 days, though, that it could be showing still at that.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right.
And I'm not making any excuses. I shouldn't have been doing it anyway.
And I understand you're saying that you weren't still high, but if you still have the cocaine in your system, you're high.
Okay, I get it then. I was just saying I'd done it the day before, but okay, I get it, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Anything else you want to say before I begin sentencing? And once I begin sentencing, please don't interrupt me again, okay?
No, ma'am, I won't. No, just thank you for hearing me out. And I apologize for interrupting you. I'm really not a bad person. I've lost a lot of people, and I'm trying to do a lot of mental health. You know, that's why I take mental health medication. I've been stable on that for years now. I'm just trying to do right in my life. And this is horrible for me, dealing with this. And I'm just trying to do what I have to do to get this done and over with. Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome, but I'm not sure you hear yourself. Because you just told me you had a mental health break, and that's the reason why we're here. And then you just said you've been stable for years. Like, those don't work together.
Well, it's been a year. I've been stable for a year now. Ever since that dealt with the last October, I've been on my meds, and I've been stable for a year now. And that is doing good for me. Maybe a year, maybe it's not long to some people, but for me it is.
What you said was years, first of all. And then
I have a mental, honey, I have a closed head injury. I'm sorry, Your Honor. A year. I just better quit talking, I guess.
Yes, please, Jordan. Thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks. And Your Honor, I don't want to rock the boat at all at this point, but I have to say it.
the boat's already rocking.
It's already tipped over. All right.
Not tipped over, but it is definitely rocking, and we're getting close to tipping. But go ahead.
Your Honor, with all due respect, when we did take the plea, we did have an agreement to a 12-month. I hope the court could follow that agreement. And again, it's a long road. We'll work on it. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do. And regarding the NA meetings, she is doing NA right now. She's doing it once a week, and she does have a sponsor. If we could just, for her sake, for money reasons and everything else going on, if we could just leave that what it is. But other than that, we leave the recommendations to the court, and we thank you for hearing us out. And sorry for whatever happened.
You said 12 months of probation. That is what that is. I look back, and that is the agreement that's in the file. And then what else did you ask me for in addition to that?
Just the NA meetings. She's doing, Jordan, you're doing, just please, yes
Yeah.
or no, you're NA.
Yeah.
Okay. She's doing NA meetings once a week and she has a sponsor. And I think the recommendation is 3 NA meetings a week, which is kind of a lot with everything that's going on.
It's actually not. Given recovery court, people do 5 a week when they start. So it can be done.
For sure.
All right. I'm going to begin with the sentencing now. Ma'am, it is the sentence of this court that you serve 93 days in the Washtenaw County Jail, credit for 0 days that are served. You are to have 93 days suspended, meaning that if you do everything you're ordered to do, then you don't have to do any jail time, okay?
Okay.
You're on probation for a total of 12 months. Fines and court costs in this particular case for a total of $725. $30 per month of probation oversight fee. You're to report to the probation officer monthly via the online reporting platform. You will be eligible for early discharge from probation once you complete half of that, if you've done everything that's been ordered of you. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're to report during the second week of each month and meet with probation when and where directed, including any and all home visits. You're to continue your treatment with Hygira and sign a release of information so that the probation department can see what that is.
Yes, ma'am.
You're to attend the MAD Victim Impact Panel within 45 days of the sentence, and you need to provide them, the probation department, with a certificate of completion of that program. They give you your certificate when you're done.
Okay.
You need to complete the ABR Impulse Control Program within 90 days. I think that will be helpful for you. You've exhibited to me today that you need some help with that, and we'll see if it works. I understand that you have a closed head injury, so it may not be one that works, but I'm hoping that it will. Like, you can pick up some skills about that.
Okay.
No use or possession of alcohol, marijuana, illegal drugs, drug paraphernalia, firearm components, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. I'm going to give you alcohol and drug tests 3 times per month. And I'm going to have you attend NA meetings a minimum of 2 times per week. Okay? And you already have a sponsor, so that's great.
Yes, I do.
You do need to attend at least 2 AA meetings per week. I would like for one of those to be in person. The other one can be via Zoom.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You may find that you really like them in person and choose to show up because you make connections there. Your sponsor can help you with figuring out, and you may want to attend with your sponsor sometimes because it helps people to get acclimated. Okay?
I have one at my church. It's called Reformers Unanimous. And I go in person anyway. They're my church family.
Okay.
So I just go there. And I'll they only have 1 meeting a week, but I will look around and see what else I can find. Because you said they have some online as well.
Right. Like I said, your sponsor, if the person is sponsoring by now, they probably have a very wide network of people.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure.
All right, we're all set, ma'am. I'll see you back for a review in this case in 90 days, and that's going to be on December 17th at 10
a day before my birthday. Sorry to interrupt.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you then. Take care of yourself. Call the probation department. You weren't on the line. I'm going to give you the phone number, okay?
I got it.
All right, great. Call them
Okay.
after 9. They're going to go over your contract with you, okay?
Okay, thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bye-bye.